In the long history of the NBA, some players are like a shooting star across the night sky, with the most gorgeous trajectory, illuminating the sky of basketball art. One man with the ball, and 9 people are nervous. White Chocolate, Jason Williams is one of those players. This white boy from West Virginia, a white teenager from a coal mining town, with his magician-like hands, overturned the traditional definition of a point guard. In his career filled with controversy and applause, he wrote a rebellious manifesto on basketball aesthetics. Brothers, please follow me. Let's step together into the basketball world of this talented teenager. In 1998, during the Sacramento Kings training camp, Jason Williams, a rookie, was being yelled at by Coach Del Harris. This is not a circus. But in the eyes of this number 55 rookie, there was still a stubborn glow. Hey, he was also the 55th pick. In this league that emphasizes discipline, his behind-the-back passes were like Picasso's abstract paintings, breaking all the norms on the basketball court. Under the spotlight of the Arco Arena, Williams' playing style and the Princeton system created a wonderful chemical reaction. His high and low post plays with Webber were like an impromptu performance by a jazz musician. Those extreme passes under defenders' legs and alley-oop passes from the three-point line made the Sacramento Purple Wave sweep through the league. Assistant coach Pete Carroll once said, "Watching Jason train is like watching a street artist splashing ink on a canvas. You never know where the next stroke will fall." Under his passing, the Kings' offense flowed like mercury, smooth and unpredictable. He was also known as White Chocolate. However, despite his talent, he could not help the team win more games. Experts criticized him for being flashy but ineffective, a box office poison. And the management gradually lost patience with him. A trade in 2001 shocked the entire league. The Kings traded White Chocolate in exchange for the more stable Mike Bibby. This decision was like a bucket of cold water, waking up Williams, who was addicted to showmanship. In the 5 years he spent in Memphis, he gradually realized the true meaning of basketball. In the playoffs against the Lakers in 2003, after Kobe blocked him 3 times in a row, Williams stared at the game footage in the locker room until early morning. The once flamboyant player who attempted 5 no-look passes per game began to find a balance between showmanship and pragmatism. In the 2005-06 season, White Chocolate was traded to the Heat. There was Shaquille O'Neal and the 5 centimeters shorter Jordan. Williams began to adapt to his new role. As an important member of the rotation, he made the best decisions on the court. When the team needed him to step up, his restless soul was finally unleashed. In the 2006 NBA Finals, in the Miami Heat's locker room, head coach Pat Riley watched Williams during practice, deep in thought. When O'Neal grinned widely and said, "We need some crazy factor," the balance of fate began to tilt. In Game 6 of the Finals against the Mavericks, Williams used 7 assists to orchestrate the offense. He scored a 3-pointer to seal the victory. The arc he drew was more meaningful than any fancy pass he had ever made. When champagne was sprayed on the championship trophy, Dwayne Wade put his arm around his neck and shouted, "They all said you were a clown. Now you're a champion." In his retirement exhibition game in Orlando in 2011, the 34-year-old Williams could still use behind-the-back dribbles and feints to knock down young players. But when he chose to use the simplest, most fundamental pass to assist his teammates, the audience erupted with louder cheers than ever before. Once labeled by ESPN as the most flashy and impractical player in history, time has proven that dazzling skills and victory are not incompatible. Now, at a private training camp in Florida, Williams always tells young players, learn to pass with your right hand first before considering a behind-the-back pass. This simple sentence condenses the epiphany of his entire career. The kid who once practiced against the wall in a coal mine, who passed the ball without looking at anyone, finally found, in the temple of basketball, the golden ratio between art and victory. From the Sacramento Purple Tornado to the Miami Heat's championship champagne, Jason Williams's career was just like his signature elbow pass, seemingly unconventional, but striking at the very essence of basketball. In today's league dominated by data analysis, when people look back at those imaginative passing highlights, we can still feel the unique romance of the white chocolate era. Basketball is not only a game of winning and losing, but also a carnival of human creativity. This rebel, who always wore his number 55 upside down, told us in his own unique way, sometimes the most reasonable basketball is hidden within the most unreasonable moments. That's all for this video. If you like my content, please like, share, and follow. Your support is my greatest motivation for creating. See you next time.